Hi everyone, welcome to Rock Bottom with Rhoda and Dan. I'm Dan.
And I'm Rhoda.
All right, Michigan primaries took place this week, and I have not paid any attention to polls, really.
I mean, neither.
I probably will when we get closer to
Sorry.
the
Let's knock that over.
when we get closer to the general election, but I paid zero attention to any of the polls. So apparently Abdul, who was running for the Senate, he was the favorite.
Yeah, by a lot. It ended up being just a 1 percentage point win, but he was the favorite. I guess I did, like, maybe the day before. I was surprised, though, because I didn't really think. I thought he was going to have a lot of trouble and a lot of different
Well, there was an awful lot of money going against him.
Oh, yes. And everywhere you looked, Michigan, everywhere you looked, there was commercials for Haley Stevens. And I am a person who will do anything to avoid commercials. And even I saw commercials for her. But he did end up winning. He had Mallory.
I forget I forget what her last name is, but
yeah, he had her, and
now she may have backed him, but I'm not totally sure.
She was there at his victory party, or I guess it was the night before, and at the when he gave his first speech before after it. Yeah.
What surprised me is that Michigan is it's a purple state.
It is. The last, it seesaws. 1 year it votes for Trump, the next year it doesn't. I mean, the next time it doesn't, and then the next time it does again. But he wins by a little bit less, though. But
Bernie Sanders and an AOC would have a hard time because although it's purple,
actually, Bernie came very close to winning the nomination against Hillary Clinton. So
really,
the nomination, yes.
Right. Okay.
For it, yes. But in fact, a lot of Bernie bros were very upset, and they believe that caused her to lose Michigan during the general because they were so upset that Bernie didn't get the.
Because of I guess what I'm getting at is that Michigan, with the exception of we have some bigger cities. And bigger counties, Wayne County, obviously, Genesee County, that would go progressive.
Right. Only this time the weird thing was some of those went for Haley, who was very run of the mill. Well, I don't know run of the mill, but very not conservative, moderate, definitely moderate.
Yeah, I would. So I was surprised.
And actually, Sayed did well. Our county's very Republican.
Yeah.
Well, it still is Republican, but the Democrats
very conservative
within our district are very conservative, and they actually voted for Al-Sayed. There are places up in the UP, and trust me, these people are conservative up there. Probably very MAGA, but they voted. Some of the bigger districts up there voted for Al-Sayed. He went around all of Michigan, and he's very charismatic. He actually talked about things that people are concerned about, which is a novel concept, don't you think? Yes.
Who would have ever thought?
Yeah.
Who would have ever thought?
I mean, Haley talked about auto manufacturing, and that's very important in Michigan. But that's down here, down in the Lower Peninsula, mainly. That doesn't really affect too much the Upper Peninsula. They're into that word that I don't know. What is that word that we made up? I can't remember. the one that Donald Trump's always talking about,
Oh.
that we made up.
Not economic.
The affordability?
Affordability.
We made that word up.
Yeah,
Yes.
affordability.
But it
yes.
didn't exist until we made it up after Donald Trump was elected.
Yeah, we'd have to find out when that
So-
word was actually beginning to start being used. But
With that.
so
Mallory
I was,
McMorrow. Yeah.
Yes. You know what? I like her.
Oh, I do
lot.
too. I do. And when she spoke at Abdul's party or his speech, she spoke right before him. She's very good, and she's been on talk shows since then, and she's very, very good at explaining
Very articulate.
how we all have to get together. And
She
how
was
we
always
are going to
my-
have differences, because we always have differences.
Always, there's
Yes.
always. She was always my favorite, right from the start, and then she dropped out.
Yes. Well, she knew she wasn't going to make it, and so she wanted to give the other two a chance to.
Yeah,
to make
and
it.
for the
So,
team.
Yeah.
So it was a very interesting night,
Mm-hmm.
and it was interesting because we had almost record
Oh
turnout.
my gosh! Yes.
Percentage-wise, all right.
Yes.
We did have record turnout as far as number of voters, but as far as the percentage of voters,
Being Democrat versus Republican.
percentage of voters, percentage of registered voters for turnout, we had
Right.
over 30%, which is unheard of. There was only like one or two other times that we were in the 30s for a primary. That's crazy.
And didn't we get more for this primary, which was a midterm primary,
Right.
no president
Right.
on it? We got more.
Than we did in 2020.
Yes. Yeah, when it was a presidential election. Did we get more than 2024 too?
I'd have to. I
Or
would
close.
have to double.
It
Yeah,
could
or
close to
close.
say
We
yes.
had I believe it was 2.27 or something like that. Something crazy
Something
like
like
that.
that,
That's a
yes.
lot of million.
Yeah.
That's a lot for
1
us
point.
for a midterm.
And 1.2 million. We got a graph up there, but 1.2
Oh,
million
let me get that graphic up.
were early. Nope, the other one.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. Oh yeah, you're
Like
right.
that.
Let me see.
Okay.
Right there.
1.2 million plus were early and absentee ballots.
Okay, so out of the 2.1 million,
Yeah, more than half.
more than half voted early,
Early and absentee.
and we know for a fact.
Yes.
Because our precinct, and I would have to double check this. I'll have to double check this, but that's what we do when we work elections. Is we work the
Absentee
the
ballots.
absentees. So but I think in the two precincts that we did, we combined, we had more.
It's kind of a contest with us.
Yeah, we had more
Ballots counted.
absentees
Or
mail-in.
right.
Than they did combined with the walk-ins. What people don't understand is that this trend is going to continue and continue and continue, and I don't care what some, let's say, slob in the White House says.
Right.
It is very, very much not rigged, okay?
No,
it's
it's
very
not.
secure, it's very honest, it's
Well, in an age where people are doing their grocery shopping online, where people are using DoorDash
yep,
to get their meals,
yep,
and having their groceries either delivered or picked up. You want ease. You want to be able to spend more time with your family. You want to make things as simple as possible. If you have the technique and the knowledge to do that,
absolutely.
they want to do that. They don't want to go back to horse and buggy. They want to go forward. And we like it. I mean, after COVID, I started always doing absentee voting. It's very easy. I get the ballot, I send it in. As soon as I get it, I fill it out and I send it in. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, not at
No,
all.
no.
What our generation needs to realize is that our kids, for the most part, now there's always going to be,
Right.
I mentioned to you earlier today, I should have paid more attention to the walk-in voters, but I bet you that probably 75% of the walk-ins were our age and up.
Probably. We worked one day of early voting too, but there wasn't that many people at our early
Right.
voting because we just worked for the county. But there were a lot of younger people. There were a lot of first-time voters that came that time. It's just the trend nowadays to do that. And especially in states like Michigan and up north, you don't know what the weather's going to be like on election day.
Not in
And
not
you
in
can't
November.
call an election. You can't say, oh, we're going to cancel election because of weather. That just doesn't happen. And if it did, nobody would, somebody somewhere, maybe even, I don't know, the White House might say that, we called the weather.
We
made
called the
we made
election
it snow,
because of-
so yes, because we knew we were going to lose.
Yep,
Yes.
we'll just call it
So,
off for another,
yes.
whatever.
Yeah.
It's fair.
It's fair.
It's honest.
It's convenient. Everybody should be able to vote. They shouldn't have to have. You shouldn't put barriers up for people to vote. You shouldn't have to make them take time off of work and lose money, and you lose pay for it. You shouldn't make them drive. Some people have to drive lots and lots of miles to get to, and with the price of gas, really, you're going to make them actually pay a poll tax to go and
sure.
vote.
You go up in the UP, their townships are rather large.
Right.
And
Texas has the same type of thing, where you have a huge district.
Do they? Oh, yeah.
Yes. So, yeah.
And
But-
why make people have to drive?
Yeah.
It should be easy.
It should be.
It shouldn't be, why are we making things so tough? Well, because there's one side that loves to make it tough.
Yes. The things you have to work for, that it's not your, it's your right. It's your right to vote. It's not a privilege. It's a right.
Yeah.
It's not just for the certain few that know how to vote the right way. It's for everybody to vote.
Well, we better get this figured out.
Yes.
And I told this. It was on the election, the general election in 2020. I had this conversation with one of the workers. This person could not understand why people want to vote by mail, and I said, "Really? Did you see the lines today?
Yeah.
And but I said, you don't understand.
Yeah.
Our kids, whatever we think, whatever.
Right.
But I said, our kids, and certainly our grandkids, will get to the point that they don't want to walk into a township hall, vote, walk out. To them, their way of thinking is, that's crazy. Why am I doing that? I have my groceries delivered. I have my brand new car delivered to my house.
Yes.
And so on and so on and so on. I said, our kids will not come in. And I think I've told this story before. I said, but our kids will not come in. She said, well, then I guess they don't vote. I said, well, you can't do that.
No.
When we're gone, somebody's going to have to vote.
Right.
Which was the craziest, but that's the mentality of some
Yes.
people. And they just don't understand that there's a different way of voting. There's probably a better way, more convenient way. We have things in place to make it so that you can't screw it up.
You shouldn't have to sacrifice to vote.
Absolutely not.
It's not something that. It's right.
You know what? I just don't
It's
understand.
like breathing. You're allowed to do that. You have the right to breathe. You have the right to It's
By all means.
Yeah, so they should have a right to vote.
Yeah. But what a great turnout, though.
Oh yeah,
What
it
a
really
great turnout.
was. It really was, and we as Democrats, we're really happy to know that we're going to have somebody, a Democrat, running for every single legislative
Office.
seat that we have in the state, and that's kind of unusual for us. There have been times where you couldn't vote for the Democrat because only a Republican
There
was
wasn't
running for the
one.
office.
There wasn't
Yes.
one.
So this is going to be. It's very exciting for
No,
us.
there wasn't one. So
There, as we said, Abdul won. He is a progressive.
yeah,
I'm pretty excited about that.
I'm very excited about
Haley's
that.
good, and I would have been fine voting for
Absolutely.
her. Absolutely. But I'm tired of the same old. I'm tired of being told, oh, I can work with both sides, and it's like, I'm not interested in that, because you got to have some kind of give and take. You can't be just saying, okay, we'll lay down and let you go ahead. Not that the people that say that, oh, I could work with both sides are doing it, but the other side's not really working with us.
Oh, please.
I don't feel like they are.
The other side has never, well, I shouldn't say,
Yeah.
since Trump has been around, they don't work with the Dems
No,
anymore.
they can't.
And when Joe Biden went into office, and God love Joe,
Yes.
he said I can work with both sides. The problem is that the new creatures on the right,
They're not what he's used to.
no, they don't want to work with
No.
with anybody.
They're given mandates by certain someone that you cannot vote for this. You have to vote no for this. You can't bring this up. You can't even bring it up. You can't. You have to kill it in committee. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh.
You can't work with that. And I'm sorry that you feel that they're your dear colleagues and you feel like you can work with them. We can't see it.
I can't.
Maybe you are behind the scenes, but since nothing's coming from it, I don't believe it. And I think we need people in there that have new ideas.
Yep.
And that maybe will. Some of the things that Al Sayed has, he wants Medicaid for all. I
And what's
still
wrong
don't
with that?
understand what's wrong with that. I still don't understand what people have against that. But, okay, but compromise then. I mean, tell me what will work better. Right now, we have nothing to take Obamacare's place. Nothing, absolutely nothing. You bring it up, you want to abolish it, you have nothing to take its place.
Remember when Dumb Donald was running at first? He said we're going to get rid of Obamacare and bring in something better.
Right.
Well, that never happened.
Yeah. They had an agreement, like a one plan, one sentence thing that they were going to do. And
A concept. He had a
concept. That's it. They had
he had a concept of
what they were.
something.
Yes. You can't. It's like you have to work at this stuff. It's not something that.
Well, we have a concept.
But
of
they
what
have
we
a concept.
want.
It's like, oh, I got this idea. Well, yeah.
I have a concept of how I'm going to release my tax records.
Oh,
That was
yes.
it, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He had a
Yeah.
concept of that too. He had a concept of how he was going to end this war that he started.
Next year when I do my income tax, I'm going to write on the form. I have a concept of how I'm going to pay this.
I've got a
I'll get
concept of
back
it.
with you on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll pay my taxes when Dumb Don pays his.
Yeah.
I wonder how that would go over.
Yes. We're going to, not only did Abdul Sayed win that, some of the people, there was an established Democrat that lost their seat to Abbas Alawai, and I'm probably screwing up his name. He is the founder of Uncommitted.
Oh, okay.
And he went out there. He won by 50. He won 59%. Got 59% of the vote.
Wow.
And that's in District 2.
Good for him.
Because he had good ideas.
Yep.
And people were interested in it. And you can't just go up and say that I'm. Oh, I'm sorry.
So far away. No. That.
I'll put that up there.
But no, I was reading the early and absentee votes cast. That's one.
Right.
Yeah, that's.
So.
What amazes me is that I believe if this trend holds out in November, and if people don't get too scared, I think we're going to see a lot of things change. But we have plenty of time for people to get cold feet, if you will, and say, well, you know what? Maybe this isn't as bad as it seems.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Trump does have an idea. He doesn't have an idea. He's clueless. The man is clueless.
And after how many years? It's about time people realize that he does. After 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
He's been out there 10, 11 years. Border walls, that was something.
We're going to build it, and we're going to make Mexico pay for it.
Right. Getting rid of all the Muslims.
Yeah.
Getting ICE out there and...
that part he did.
Right, he did do that. I don't remember the part where he said we're going to kill American citizens to get in their way. I don't remember getting that.
I think that goes without saying.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true.
That just...
yeah.
I mean, that's part of it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like
or
the gulags, I don't remember him saying anything about that.
Again, it's all part of the thing.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
It's all...
You know, they have... people have been protesting about all these people that are being held, all these people that they say are illegal aliens, but they haven't had their chance in court yet. They can't. That most of them were working on getting their citizenship, were arrested going to court to get their citizenship.
How slimy is that? No, seriously, how slimy? That's about as crooked as you can get.
The people that were picked up on the streets, who we don't know for sure whether they're illegal or not, with their children, and taken to places that used to be warehouses, whatever. It's but that's one thing. I mean, children and women and men being held, but they're not getting enough food and all this stuff. The Tate brothers, all they've done is been accused of human trafficking. All they've done is been accused of rape. All they've done is been accused of abusing women.
Right.
And they're put in jail. And apparently their beds are too small. So, you know.
And they're having a fit about it.
Yes, they are. And people, even though that they're rich and they have dual citizenships, and they won't let them out on bail. Because, these guys are online all the time. They're influencers, so they're always online. So their attorney says, well, they're always online. You're always going to know where they're at because they're always online, which, you know, they're not bright enough to get offline and go away. I don't know. Apparently, their attorney doesn't have very much faith in them. Anyway, I just wanted to bring that up because, you know, you always have to look at the way the white man looks at things, you know, because they're I've been taught that.
Right.
So, and I've never done it before, but I just thought I'd bring that up.
Okay.
We should.
Right.
Anyway. Anyway.
So at any rate.
I'm sorry. To go back to the people that got elected that maybe we wouldn't have thought were going to get elected during the primary, like Al-Sayed. But they did it by going through different channels. They didn't go on all the major news places, outlets and things. They went to like social media. They went to podcasts like this. They didn't come on ours. I mean, our one or two visitors could have helped them a lot, but
we'll see if we can we'll see if we can get Abdul.
Yeah.
That's my goal.
Yeah.
And if we can't, let's see if we can get Mike Rogers.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure Mike will do that. Yeah, I mean, now that they've shown what they can do with
Not a
social
chance.
media and YouTube and stuff.
Not a chance.
You don't think you would? Okay. Anyway.
No, I don't think I would.
Anyway.
You'd be interviewing him by yourself.
Yes. But they're bringing in a lot of younger voters, and I think that's a good thing.
I think that's a great thing.
Yeah,
I think that's a great thing
Yes.
because I don't know, our generation screwed this up, and it wasn't just our generation,
No.
but we've done a pretty good job of screwing this thing up. And take a look at some of our lawmakers that are well in their 80s and 90s that
Yes.
should have been gone a long time ago. Maybe it's time that.
Oh, no, Mitch has just got out of the hospital. He'll be back. Better than ever. Probably not before the election, and he's only going to stay in his seat until, the beginning of January. But still, I'm sure he'll get a lot done in that time.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
of course he will.
Yeah.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Yes. Yeah, that's true.
what I'm afraid
true.
of.
That's true.
He did. He did so well before.
Yeah, all they have to do is tie a few strings to his hand and have it written. Yes. But
Oh, good old Mitch.
yeah.
Um,
Oh well.
but maybe, just maybe, our kids can straighten this out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know,
Just
kids, maybe our kids and grandkids. I got 3 grandkids, 2 that just started this year.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
old enough to vote,
right.
and so maybe
Maybe. Yeah.
we'll see.
But we're pretty geeked. Of course, Jocelyn Benson won. I think a landslide by her.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, so
I would, and
So
please
her
don't get
and,
me wrong. I didn't see what I've seen of Chris Swanson. I mean, and he is the sheriff of Genesee County, and
right.
and I've seen him before on news clips and blah blah blah. I thought he was fine. I got to tell you, I never heard him campaign. I don't know what he stood for. I don't know
Right.
what he wanted.
Right.
Okay, I just saw him in the sheriff capacity.
Right. And Jocelyn's been our Secretary of State for quite a while now, and
Yep.
I got to say she does a great job. So, I mean,
The
I did-
the people on
yes.
this side
yes.
would disagree.
Oh, okay. I've done the last couple of weeks. I did my tags for my car and my driver's license tags for the car. I swear I got it the day after I did it online, but it might have been 2 days. Driver's license, I had to wait a few days, but there was a weekend in between, so I'm thinking, fine, no problem.
It's fine.
Just no muss, no fuss.
One of these times I probably should put the tags on mine. They expired 6 or 8 months ago, but it should be fine.
You know, that's one bad thing about getting them so soon. You think, oh, I better wait until my birthday and put it on, but then you forget.
I normally don't. I just, I got plenty of time. I
Yeah.
got plenty of time. And then all of a sudden you're driving on old tags. I'm not driving on old tags.
He's
all right?
not. He's not. Yeah, it's
but
fine. It's
but
fine.
but it was a great election.
It was.
We'll see what November rolls. How that rolls around.
Right. Right now, the lineups are. Do you have that thing about?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I do.
we have Jocelyn going against John James. He won the primary, the Republican primary. Jocelyn is People versus Power, pretty much, and he wants to focus on tax cuts and energy cost. Energy cost is a good one. Tax cuts, I get upset about tax cuts. It's like if that's all you're thinking about is tax cuts. I can see going through and trying to get the taxes to go where I would like them to go, like health care or child care or roads, that type of thing. But I don't know why you have to. I don't feel bad about the taxes that I pay, and I never have. It's just the price of living in a free and fair country. If I want to have a fire department, if I want to have a police department, if I want to have nice roads, if I want to have laws and regulations, I got to pay taxes.
Absolutely. That's just how it is.
That's just it. Anyway, Jocelyn is wants government transparency. Oh, that would be so nice.
No,
Yeah, but
yeah.
and housing for things. So
And what?
yeah, housing, affordable housing. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a concept
well, there's
that
that
is.
word. Well, affordable. Part of affordability,
Yeah.
which is that brand new word that we made up
Yep.
again.
And I'm sure John James is thinking, well, let him go out and work. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know that. All I know is that I get real tired, and I'll just bring this back here just for a second, then we'll compare the other two. I get real tired of hearing people saying, I had this conversation on election day, and one of the guys that we worked with was going to vote for John James, because he was going to cut taxes, and he's tired of paying taxes, and we're overtaxed, and we're overtaxed, and we're overtaxed. I don't know. Keep it at whatever rate. What tax? Well, you don't want to tell everybody their brother, but what's the lowest? I mean, what's the most people are on what? 12%, 15%.
I'm not certain.
But
everybody starts out at the same percentage, and as you make more money, the
then you
percentage
go
goes up. Right. So.
You know what? Nobody likes to pay taxes. Nobody. But whatever. If you're going to work in the country, if you're going to work, you're going to pay.
Taxes went for health insurance. Instead of paying a premium for health insurance, and those premiums are high.
Oh, boy.
I mean, I've always worked and had premiums. I only had a copay because my employer paid for most of it. I only had to pay like 20% at the most of my premiums, which is a lot of money.
That's still
every
a lot.
paycheck.
Yeah.
If you took that money that I paid for premiums and used it to taxes and gave me insurance, what's the difference? I mean, if you're okay with paying all these huge things, and your employer doesn't have to pay that, so your employer can pay you what they're paying you now, except not take out their
insurance.
They can pay you what they're paying their insurance right now.
Nobody ever thinks of this. Nobody
no.
ever thinks of this. But when you have the insurance companies in your back pocket, that's what happens.
If you had like childcare paid for, oh my gosh, I know people that would be ecstatic about that.
Oh, sure.
Like they give half their paycheck away sometimes to pay for childcare.
It's incredible.
Yes.
It's incredible.
I don't know.
But
I
don't have problems paying. I don't have problems paying taxes. And I said this before on this little thing here. I don't have problems paying taxes. What I do have a problem with is my tax dollars going into a slush fund to pay people that ransacked the capital, our nation's capital, and Trump thinks that they were treated so unfairly. How dare they?
Yes.
I have a problem with a slush fund.
And I have a problem with the president that doesn't have to pay taxes, and I have to pay taxes. That's the only problem I have with taxes. And I have a problem with him tearing down half of the White House and expecting us to pay to.
Yeah, because no one was. He had backers.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a lie. That's a lie. I'm sure of it.
Well,
I'm sure of it.
Just to get back to the differences, Jocelyn Benson for reproductive rights and giving voting access, which we were talking about.
Right.
John James.
Yes.
He wants parental control in education, and I'm not certain what that means.
I don't have a clue what it means.
I'm assuming that some parents can come in and tell you what you can teach their children, which is fine. But then you can't tell them, they can't tell me, I don't have any children, but if I had children, they can't tell me what my children can learn.
You want that?
So you want that?
Private school.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, and pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's also, he wants military or veteran leadership, which, no, that's not bad either. Anyway, the race for U.S. Senate, Abdul he's a public health official. He wants Medicaid for all. which I think is fine.
What a deal. What a concept.
Yes, that's a big thing he wants. He was a public health official, so he's very much wants to. That's a big thing that he's been involved with for most of his career. Mike Rogers, he's a veteran, former congressman. He was a military veteran also. He's been endorsed by President Trump, so pretty much everything Trump wants, that's what he wants to.
He's a Trump lackey.
Yeah, he's a Trump lackey. And if that's important to you, then
you shouldn't be watching this.
Yeah. Abdul was backed by our president, our governor, Gretchen Whitmer, and Bernie Sanders. And like I said, Mike Rogers was
and I
endorsed by Donald Trump.
suspect that Barack Obama and, well, we already know that because they already said that Barack and Michelle and Bill and Hillary will be here in the state campaigning for
great.
them. So.
Okay, I didn't realize that.
So,
That's wonderful. Yeah. There's a lot of things on TV lately saying that the Democrats are going to fall apart, and half of them, Haley Stevens voters, aren't going to vote for. I don't know. I don't think so. I really don't. There's more things we agree about with him than we agree about with. Well, I would assume. I obviously I'm a big fan.
I guess we'll find out.
So,
I guess we'll find out.
but really, do you really want to go with somebody who's backed by Donald Trump? If that's it, then you never really were a true Democrat in the first place, because you couldn't be.
No.
And that's my opinion. Everything on here that I say is my opinion. Like we've said before, it's worth the money you pay for this. So
that's right. That's
yeah,
right.
Which is nothing.
By the way, why don't you send money?
Oh,
Kidding.
Just kidding. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
yeah, we did. I think we did pretty good. We did pretty good.
I think the state did very well. It's a wonderful turnout.
And I'm really happy about everything being contested. There were a lot of times on our ballots when we didn't have anybody to vote for because no Democrat, all the Republicans ran unopposed because we're very Republican. And maybe now we'll see a difference. Who knows?
Yep, we'll see. One last thing, I do want to say that the turnout for the Democrats.
Oh yes.
It's probably 2-1.
Yep.
Democrats and versus Republicans.
At the
primary. And I've got at the primary,
that's
and
very exciting.
I need to double check that, but I quickly at the when we got home the other night, I was doing the figures as it was scrolling on the TV. And the Democrats had a wonderful turnout.
We really did.
And so, congrats on all of the Democrats that came out to vote. It was wonderful. Do the exact same thing in November.
Right. Thank you.
So.
And thanks for tuning in.
Yes.
Be sure to vote. If your primaries haven't been held yet, please vote. If your primaries have been held, and you want to change or you want things to be the same, vote. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how you do it.
That's how it is. Yep. That's how it's done.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to remind everybody to
please hit the like button. Also, send us a comment. We'll be glad to answer if we can. Sometimes some of our comments we don't know how to answer. I'm sorry, but we just don't.
If it's pretty far out there.
Yeah, and please subscribe.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks a lot, guys.
All right, thanks. See ya.
Bye.